For $100, you can get the perfect pair of earbuds. So indeed, focus on what truly matters. They have to sound great. In this video, I'll show you which one has the sound quality you love the most. To make the differences clearer, I've chosen the Sennheiser Momentum 4 as our sound reference. Each of these 10 will be compared against it. When it comes to judging sound, everyone's ears are different, so trust your own above all else. By the end of this video, the one that stands out to you will definitely be the one that's right for you. Enough talk, let's get in. Let's first listen to the performance of the earbuds under $50. They are JLab Buds Mini and Redmi Buds 7S. Through comparatively listening, we can find that $200 Sennheiser performance is indeed more than a step ahead. Its bass is powerful with good punch and depth. The sound stage is very wide, and the sense of presence is strong. The bass boost is high but not boomy. In terms of bass performance, the JLab Buds Mini's bass lacks punchy and has poor resolution. The drum hits even have a fuzz, rough texture. The Redmi Buds 7S has slightly better resolution, but still suffers from insufficient bass quality and an unclear soundstage. Meanwhile, the JLab's bass boost is higher than the Redmi Buds 7S, but the boost is so high that it becomes boomy, leading to the sense of distortion and overpowering bass in actual listening.
Cause the writings on the wall.
In the mid-range vocals, you can clearly feel the JLab's sound is more impressive. The Redmi Buds 7S vocals are not clear enough, sounding somewhat cold and hard. The upper mid-range also feels slightly lacking, especially with female vocals, while the energy seems slightly reduced. In contrast, the JLab's sound in the frequency range is relatively warmer, with clear and bright vocals. Sibilance is controlled comfortably. Male vocals are steady and powerful, while female vocals are bright and crisp. Let's look at their respective treble performance. Through actual testing, we can draw the same conclusion as when listening to the mid-range vocals. When listening to the violin, you can clearly feel a lack of brightness and a shortage of layering. In comparison, the JLab Mini's sound is full and distinctively layered. The violin sound is melodious and it has decent extension. Even though these two earbuds pale in comparison to the Sennheiser, I don't think their performance is bad. Remember, their prices don't exceed $50. Within the limits of their materials, they have done their best. However, at this price point, considering portability, I personally prefer the sound of JLAM's Mini. The Redmi Buds 7S, due to its semi-in-ear structure, lose some sound information, which affects the sound quality to a certain extent. Next, let's look at the base performance of earbuds priced above $50 but below $70. The earbuds in this range are the Nothing CMF Buds 2 Plus, Rode Samsung Earfree i5, Soundpeace Air 5 Pro, Earphone Air Pro 4, JBL Tune Buds, and Sony WF-C500. Let's begin with the base. It's clear that the sound quality of earbuds in this price range is noticeably a grade higher than the previous two. The soundstage of these four earbuds sounds wider, and the sound is more solid. In terms of bass performance, the Nothing CMF Buds 2 Plus performs relatively weakly among these earbuds. Although the soundstage has some sense of space, the trombone sound isn't full, sounding somewhat hollow. The drum hits are solid but lack a bit of depth. The Soundpeace Air 5 Pro has a more bass quantity, but its boost is slightly excessive, coming across a bit boomy. The Earphone Air Pro 4's brightness is moderate, but the rebound is slow, leading to a poor transient response. The Rode Samsung Earfree i5, JBL Tune Buds, and Sony WF-C500 have excellent sound performance. First, the Rode Samsung Earfree i5. Its drum hits are powerful with quick transient response, a wide soundstage, strong sense of space, and moderate brightness without being boomy. The JBL has excellent depth, quick transient response, but the drum sound lacks a bit of power. The Sony WF-C500's sound is full and solid, with a wide soundstage, strong immersion, excellent depth, and quick transient response. Using the Sennheiser as a reference, although it is still far ahead in detail, we can see that earbuds in this price range have also managed to achieve decent listenability in terms of sound. Let's continue to look at the mid-range vocals performance.
If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all. 'Cause the writings on the wall.
I'm all out of fight. My heart will always know your name. I'm all out of love, but look at all the love we made. I'm all out of life. Oh, baby, it's killing me to say. I'm all out of love. I'm all out of life. I'm all out of fight.
After listening, we found that among those earbuds, the Nothing CMF Buds 2 Plus has the weakest sound performance. The vocals are distant and slightly hollow, with the instrumental almost overpowering the vocals at times. The JBL Tune Buds perform slightly better, with good separation between vocals and instruments, but the overall sound is still somewhat dark and cold. The Soundpeace Air 5 Pro handles female vocals well, but the male vocals are slightly dark. The Earphone Air Pro 4's sound is more emotionally rich, with moderate distant. Both male and female vocals have good brightness, clarity, and transparency. The Earfree i5's vocals are more delicate. Female vocals are highly penetrating. Male vocals are emotionally rich, with rich detail and good separation from the instruments. The Sony WF-C500's vocal performance is more gripping and energetic. Male vocals are steady and powerful. Female vocals are warm and detailed, with strong layering. Through comparison, we can even find that, compared to the Sennheiser, although there is a gap in detail, the vocal performance of Ear3 i5 and Sony WF-C500 is actually quite good. Next, let's look at their treble performance. In the treble, the CMF Buds 2 Plus has very strong treble energy, even slightly harsh. The JBL Tune Buds treble is relatively dark, lacking layering. The violin sound lacks extension. The Ear3 i5's treble brightness is moderate. The instruments have some layering, and there's decent extension, making for a very comfortable listening experience. The Earphone Air Pro 4's treble density is moderate with decent extension, but the brightness is on the dark side, and the instrumental layering is slightly lacking. The Sony WF-C500 has the most strong treble brightness among this, with rich layering, but it can still be slightly harsh. The Soundpeace L5 Pro's extension feels slightly insufficient, with most sibilants, and the sound is prone to distortion. In the treble, compared to the Sennheiser's wider soundstage and better layering, most earbuds in this price range have issues with being either too bright or too dark. Only the Ear3 i5's sound performance is relatively closer to the Sennheiser. Alright, finally, let's look at the sound performance of the other two earbuds priced above $70. They are Oppo Enco Free 4 and OnePlus Buds 4. We've introduced these two earbuds in the previous video. The difference between the two earbuds is not so significant. So here we will compare their bass, mid, and treble performance together.
I'm all out of fight. My heart will always know your name. I'm all out of love, but look at all the love we made. I'm all out of life. Oh, babe, it's killing me to say. I'm all out of love. I'm all out of life. I'm all out of fight.
If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up for you? I have to risk it all, 'cause the writings are on the wall.
It can be seen that the sound performance of these two earbuds is not very different. The bass is equally rousing and surging. In the mid-range vocals, both earbuds have the relatively natural sound, leaning slightly warm, with clear layering and good sibilance control. The treble has good extension, excellent instrument separation, a wide soundstage, and a very strong sense of presence. They even have vocal performance that rival the Sennheiser. After listening, we can make a simple summary of the listening experience. Among the earbuds under $50, the JLab Buds Mini has excellent performance that doesn't match its small size. The Redmi Buds 7S, due to its semi-in-ear structure, has some more lacking sound performance. Among the $50 to $70 earbuds, the Rode Sensor Earfree i5 and Sony WF-C500 have performance closest to the Sennheiser, but the Sony WF-C500's treble is slightly harsh. The Earfree i5 has the most balanced overall performance. The remaining models each have their flaws. The two earbuds above $70 have vocal quality close to the Sennheiser's quality, but the bass is slightly excessive. Next, let's look at their design. These 10 earbuds each have their own characteristics. The JLab Buds Mini is the smallest and even includes a keyring, allowing it to be carried like a keychain. Its earbud housing are also the smallest among this group, making them very difficult to find if dropped. Surprisingly, this model doesn't even have a Find My Buds feature in this app, which is a bit unexpected. Next, let's look at the Redmi Buds 7S. The front has an imitation laser texture design, which helps prevent slipping. When you open the lid, the LED indicator on the front lights up to show the remaining battery life. The earbuds themselves use a semi-in-ear design, which is very friendly to users with smaller ear canals. However, the reset button is not very obvious. But those earbuds are priced below $50. Pick them up, you can tell they are budget-oriented, but within the constraints of their material, they are still detailed and not rough. Let's now look at the product above $50. First, check out the Earfree i5. It features an all-metal sheer design, with finger craftsmanship and materials than the previous two. The reset button and charging port are both located on the bottom. The charging case has clean lines without excessive detailing. The earbuds use a stem-style design. The slender shape, like the case, is full of fluidity and sharpness. The Nothing CMF Buds 2 Plus also has a square case, with a rotatable layered loop in the upper left corner, making it front feetworthy and offering good playability. Opening the lid reveals two stem-style earbuds placed diagonally inside. However, a significant portion of the stems is exposed, making them prone to be knocked off when retrieving them. The Soundpeace Air5 Pro uses a 45-degree angle lid design. The earbuds themselves also features a two-tone gray and black color blocking design, giving them an aesthetic that stands out from the ordinary. The JBL Tune Buds design is very tech-oriented. Both the charging case and the earbuds use a semi-transparent design. The earbud housing are not integrated with the ear tips. The housing doesn't need to be wedged into the ear canal, making them relatively easy to put on and take off. The Earphone Air Pro 4 has the largest and thickest charging case, which is also smooth and prone to slipping. The inside of the case has two lights designed for easier retrieving in the dark. The internal silicone holders help secure the earbuds. The overall design shows some consideration, but not much. The Sony WF-C500 uses an elongated design. The bean-shaped earbuds are placed side by side inside the case. The overall look is very plain and simple, only the Sony logo on the lid connects it to the brand. The remaining two earbuds priced above $70 look identical, both featuring a pebble-shaped design, and the earbuds themselves also have identical stem-style shaped. Aside from the slide-made texture on the OnePlus Buds 4 case showing a bit of difference, there is not so much else that needs extensive introduction. Regarding the noise cancellation, we have recorded actual noise cancellation test here. Since the Sony WF-C500 does not have active noise cancellation, and the Realme Buds 7S semi-in-ear structure makes its noise cancellation capability difficult compared with the remaining earbuds, we only show the effects of the remaining 8 earbuds. You can compare them yourself.
Noise cancelling. Noise cancelling.
ANC on. Noise cancelling. Noise cancelling.
Noise cancelling. Noise cancelling.
ANC on.
Regarding battery life, I made a comparison chart. You can pause to view it. Overall, we can see that the Sennheiser Momentum 4, as a more expensive product, indeed has its strengths. Earbuds under $100 do have gaps compared to the $200 earbuds, especially in sound quality. Of course, I'm not encouraging everyone to buy more expensive product. I believe through this video, everyone can also see the $100 earbuds also have their highlights. Some even achieve the effects close to the $200 earbuds. Within their limited material constraints, while there are clear gaps in details, they are not noticeable during daily use, unless you specifically listen for them. I hope everyone can comprehensively consider and choose the earbuds with the best cost-performance ratio when making purchase. Okay, that's all for today's video. Everyone is welcome to leave the comments and discuss your thoughts on earbuds on the comments down below. See you in the next video.